Let me start from where I stopped. So, like I said, on behalf of the organizing team, which is Transformation College of Business and Technology, it is my pleasure to warmly welcome you to this Mentors Day themed From Knowledge to Legacy, Shaping the Leaders of Tomorrow, Bridging Entrepreneurship, AI, and Professional Mastery for a New Era of bridging the new era for a new era of African excellence. So today's theme reflects the realities of our rapidly evolving world. We are living in an era where knowledge alone is no longer enough. The true challenge lies in transforming knowledge into impact, influence, and lasting legacy. So, as Africa continues to emerge as a hub of innovation and opportunity, there is an urgent need for leaders who can combine entrepreneurial thinking, technological advancement, and professional excellence to drive sustainable growth. So, this event has been designed to inspire, equip, and challenge every one of us on the call to think beyond our current limitations and embrace opportunities that lie ahead. So, through the insights and experience that will be shared in today's Mentor Day, we hope that every participant will leave with practical knowledge, renewed purpose, and a clearer vision of how they can contribute to shaping the future of Africa. So, we are especially grateful to our distinguished mentor. She's on the call already, an anchor person for dedicating the time and expertise to guide us through this important conversation. So, as we begin, I encourage everyone to be fully engaged, ask questions, share perspective, and take advantage of this unique opportunity to learn from experienced professionals and leaders. Once again, welcome to today's Mentor Day. We are delighted to have you with us, and we wish you a productive, insightful, and transformative session. Please go ahead and fill up the attendance form as you join us while I give the floor to our project coordinator in the person of Miss Edith Ugochukwu. Hello, ma'am. You can take it off from here.
Thank you very much, Mercy. Good morning, good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with us on the call today. And today is a special day for us because it's our Mentor Day. And our Mentor Day is a biannual event. So we have two Mentor Days in a year, and this is the first one we are having this year. Okay, and I'm delighted to see the number of participants we have on the call yet. I know that we are going to be having more participants join us on the call. So before I start, before I introduce our very distinguished mentor today, I just want to have a brief interaction with everyone. Okay, so I would like to know, Mercy, have you found out where our participants are joining from already?
No, not at all.
Okay,
You can
okay,
go
good.
ahead, ma.
All right. So I'd like to hear, rather, I'd like to read from the chat room your name and where you are joining us from. And probably you can also let us know what you do as a profession or as a work or business or whatever it is that you are into or you are doing. So let's get to know ourselves. Today it's not a training per se. It's not a class, right? It's for us to be mentored and coached. So, but before that, I would like to hear or read in the chat room your name, where you're joining us from, and what you do or what is your profession. So please make use of the chat room and tell us. Okay, so opening the floor is Kayode from Lagos. You're a teacher. Great, great. Okay, Solomon from Taraba State, you are a sales manager. Okay, let's have it coming. Let's have it coming. I would come back to look at the chat room shortly. Let's have it coming. Okay, please feel free to put that in the chat room. Would be excited to read from you. Okay. All right. Okay, so we see some persons. Let me see if we have people from other countries aside Nigeria on the call. Okay. 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 Not yet. Okay. All right, so please keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Let's read from you. I think we are up to 37 on the call, and we've not exhausted that number with the introductions. Okay. Let's have it coming. Okay. All right. Okay, it's good to read from you all. So once again, you are all welcome to Mentor Day. And I'm happy to have seen that. Okay, so we have someone from Malawi. Amazing. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, you work as a quality monitoring officer with Malawi Bureau of Standards. Okay, so good, good. So we have someone from Malawi. Okay, and the rest of us so far are from Nigeria. Outstanding, outstanding. Okay. So once again, you're all welcome to our Mentor Day. Today, I would quickly run us through what we do at Transformation College and who we are. I know a majority of us, if not up to 80% of us, are alumni of Transformation College. And it may not be new to you what I'm about to introduce or how I'm about to introduce Transformation College. However, it's very key and important to us that we introduce the college for the sake of those who might be joining us for the first time. Okay. So once again, you're all welcome. And the Transformation College of Business and Technology is a college, is an IS certified college, okay, that offers diploma and certificate programs to SSC graduates, NYSC members, university graduates, and professionals in other fields of study who wish to diversify their skill sets and knowledge within Nigeria and beyond. Our courses are sure to provide our students with practical knowledge and expertise in their chosen courses. So our values are knowledge, excellence, and skills. And this is very evident in the lives of our graduates. At the end, having gone through Transformation College, you acquire exceptional knowledge and skills because we are not a theory-based college. We are more of a practical-based college when it comes to tools that applies to different courses and all that. That is where we pride ourselves in, and of course, excellence. Okay, our courses, we have 4 main courses. We have the Diploma in Entrepreneurship and Business Management. We have the Diploma in Information Systems, AI Business Analyst, and AI Automation Specialist. These are 4 core courses. And as time progresses, we hope to, inculcate other courses as well. All right. So before I move further, I would also like to let us know that currently we had just started the 4th cohort of our diploma program. It is an annual program. It's a summer program. Actually, the 4th cohort where we are, we have a very detailed curriculum or timetable to deliver. So it starts by 9:30 and runs through to 2 p.m. But there is a 1 hour break in between. And as you can see on your screen,
Hey everyone, so sorry for that. I think we've lost her. Please, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, man.
All right. Okay. Just to continue from where she stopped. Okay, so she was talking about our fourth cohort summer diploma program, so which is already happening. Permit me to share my screen for a bit. If she comes back, then I'll give the floor to her. Please confirm you can see my screen. Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
I am back. I am so sorry
Okay,
about the interruption. So I've just switched to a different network. Please let me know where you lost me, because I didn't know I interrupted
Okay,
abruptly
so
or it delayed.
you were still talking about the summer program, summer diploma program.
Okay, great. All right. So yeah, so I apologize for that break in track. Okay. So yes, if you are not yet open, fee of just 1,000 naira. It's in Ghana cedis or in USD, which the team would let you know later on. However, tuition fee wise, it is 100% free and it runs every Saturday starting from tomorrow. So you are free to still sign up for the program. All right. So today is very special to us, and we have a very special mentor on the call who will be speaking to us on the theme From Knowledge to Legacy, Shaping the Leaders of Tomorrow, Bridging Entrepreneurship, AI, and Professional Mastery for a New Era of African Excellence. Now, Mrs. Adenike is actually a friend of the founder of Transformation College in the person of Dr. Orlando Olumide Odejide, and that makes her a friend of the college as well. And we want to appreciate you for being with us and clearing your schedule for today to mentor us. So Adenike is a strategic technology leader and AI and cloud transformation advocate with over 15 years of experience helping organizations harness technology to drive growth. She specializes in AI-driven innovation, cloud, and building high-impact strategic partnership across EMEA. She has worked with global technology leaders, including Microsoft, AWS, and Google Cloud, delivering transformative go-to-market strategies and empowering businesses in regulated industries to embrace digital change. And Adenike holds an MBA in business administration from the University of Northampton and an MBA in marketing from Universidad Católica de Murcia. I hope I got that, Spain, right? Alongside multiple certification in cloud program platforms, enterprise applications, and strategic selling. It is a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you Adenike Omojokun. Thank you very much, madam, for joining us today, and we are very happy to actually listen to you, tap into your wealth of knowledge, and I can't wait to, be mentored by you today. So thank you very much for joining us, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Edith, and thank you, everyone. It's nice to be here. That doesn't sound like me, really, but and I think I'll get to my story as we go along the mentorship, right? All of those things you saw, somebody gave me that chance, and I also announced the opportunity that was given to me. So I know we have a short while to spend together. So I'm all over the place when it comes to sharing my slide on Zoom. So I'm going to try. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. And I think I can still see that. So when I'm sharing my Zoom, I'm going to probably take off my camera so that I can also, I'll need Boma or Edith to also help me with the chat box, because this is going to be a very interactive session. I'm not here to lecture. I'm here to actually listen to everyone and what we're doing and what the plan is, right? So I've got two screens. And so so let's get into it. So I'm going to first try to share my slide. Let's see if that works. If you can see it, just say I can see it. And then I'm sharing my slide now because I can't even see myself, but I'll go to the slide. Is it sharing as a presentation now?
Yeah, in presentation mode, yes.
Yes, and as it is, I can't see anybody. I can't read the chat, so I'll need your able help, Yvette, to help me coordinate that.
Right.
So yes,
all right.
Edith has said, my name is Adenike Omojokun, and I work as a commercial lead with an AI company in Dublin, and I also double up as a solution consultant with a marketing company in the UK here. Pleased to be here. Like she said, the founder, Dr. Orlando, is someone I respect so much, and he gave me the opportunity that I have. Can I hide this? Yes. He is giving me the opportunity to be here today. So when Orlando calls, I drop everything I'm doing. I think it's about the only person that I drop everything I'm doing. My schedule is changed and I am up and running. So before I go in, I want us to introduce quickly. I know we talked about ourselves, where we're coming from, but why are you here today, right? So what is the core essence, what you want to take out from this meeting? And quickly put in the chat box, Edit or Boomer, we can take just 5 quickly so that we can go with a bit of speed. Why are you here today? What do you want to walk away with? Don't overthink it. Just type anything that comes to mind. Quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Okay, I think I have to take off my yes. Am I still sharing my screen?
No, your screen is gone.
My screen is gone. See, that's the problem, because I really want to read from the chat, but let's do that quickly. I don't see any
actually we can still see your screen, but not the presentation. So
you can see me.
That's still okay.
All right, so let me take off my video first. Maybe that would 1, 2. Okay, so I see Komi saying learning how to succeed as a marketer. I hear Adenike talk about share practical experience and gain insight on the theme. And that's, I guess, the theme is AI. I hear Kayode say to learn, relearn, and see how to make progress for my life and impact others. Fantastic. So I would go back into the slide. And honestly, that is why we are here. And the truth of the matter is that the first quality of a leader is your intention, right? So if you have an intent towards something, that is you being what? Being an entrepreneur. You have that intention. And it's funny how when I tell people one thing about myself, and they're like, oh, really? So I studied mass communications in university, and the last day of my exams, so I went to Olabisi University in Ijebu. The last of my exam, I had an interview with SPG, which is a Sea Petroleum and Gas, as a pathfinder for a salesperson. So you can imagine the chaos from Ijebu to Lekki to go write my interview, right? So I did my final exams. I don't have my NYC. I don't have anything at all, but I went for a job interview, right? And I say to people that that was the beginning of the transition for me. And guess why I got the job? Because for every interview you do with SPG, you have to meet with the managing director. I think she's ODR or something. She's a she was Minister of Petroleum at some point. And, when I walked in, she was like, oh, you're so young. I'm like, oh, yes. And you're all put together. I love your shoes. And guess what? Throughout the interview, we're talking about shoes because I really love shoes, right? And she was like, you know what? I love the way you look. I think I like the way you speak. I think you can do the job. Give it a go. And that was my first job without my certificate, without my NYC. And I say to people all the time that when you set your mind towards something, you can get it. And I'm a firm believer of prayers. And I'm sorry if you're not a religious person in this meeting. I am a very religious person. I pray over every little, no matter how little it is. Edith, I'm sorry if I'm taking this to God. But for everything I do also, for us to be successful in everything, prayer has to sharpen us, right? So my journey at a glance. So after that first interview, and I think I'm already talking about that, my friend called me up one day. Adenike, I met with someone, Orlando, right? He has your kind of energy. I think you would like him. He's looking for a personal assistant. So guess what? I started up as a marketing person, and then somebody's calling me to come and do a PA job. If I were you, if you were me, put in the comment section, would you go for that interview? Yes or no? Remember, I studied mass communications. I started with sales. And then, yes, somebody looking for a personal assistant. We used to call it executive assistant. And it sounded very posh, right? So he was looking for an executive assistant, and they're calling you to go for the job interview. Would you have got it? Please help me so that I can keep my slide and then just let people talk, yes or no, right?
All right. So put
So
your
I'll
response in
continue.
the chat room. Put your response in the chat room.
Yeah,
to
just put your response, and then I'll continue my story, right? So,
okay.
and then
Kayode says yes.
oh, good. So there's some people like me, right? So, and I worked with SPG for over a year. I had a car, I had a phone from the company. So I had a driver, an official driver, because it was, of course, the marketing where we had to go from one place to the other, selling oil and gas, building proposals. And I was always up front. I was always in front of everybody. So I met with Orlando, and guess what? It was a restaurant, and I'm like, I have a vibe. Is this going to be a real job like this? I don't want to leave my real job to come and become a PA. But you know what? It showed the vision to me. And I was like, cool, I'll take the job. And I started my career with Global Cost Advantage, G4V, as an executive assistant to the MD. So I started planning his calendar. We started going to meetings together. And there was no room he was going into that I didn't go in with him. Like, it's amazing. Maybe because with his wife anyways. Well, every director meeting, every manager's meeting, every conversation, I was in the mix. And 3 months, 4 months into my role, he looked at me that day and he was like, Nike, I really, if I'm selfish, I'm going to keep you here because you know how to coordinate my calendar, but I'm moving you into sales. And that began my sales story. I say to people every time, I have a story on LinkedIn out there that I put that from, being an executive assistant to being in the board and to making decisions and everything. And that was how I started my sales story. Somebody gives you the opportunity. And, that person for me is Dr. Orlando Odejude. And since then, I have not looked back. So I've worked with Microsoft, I've worked with Hitachi, I've worked on campaigns in my current job for AWS. I did a lot of Google Cloud conversations around AI. With Zente AI Labs, we're here an engineering company. I'm leading their commercial business around delivering core, solution to businesses and transforming it with AI. I am an advocate for AI, but at the same time, I always say that do not let AI drive everything, because then you will miss the twist when it comes to your personal self and your personal growth. Right, so I'll go to my next slide. And this is what we're going to be doing today. I know I've spent more than my hours, but maybe we're looking at 40 minutes. And looking at all these topics, also, I want you to put in the comment section quickly, which of these excites you? What are you looking to, get from this lecture? Which of these excites you? What is it? The AI in your future? Is it entrepreneur mindset? Is it professional mastery? Your legacy as an individual? For me, the last bit, which is the action plan, all of these moments that we're going to be talking about leads to the action plan and Q&A. That is the most important for me. That is where I want to see what we're doing, our aspirations, and whatever we're doing. I see a lot of marketing. I see teachers. How are you bringing AI into your teaching classroom, right? I see someone says he's an accountant. How is AI driving accounting for you, right? There is a bit of AI and your future in every moment. So I will go straight to my next slide, which speaks about the African moment is now, right? And I say to every organization I'm speaking to today, everybody is, there's a buzz about AI. AI here, AI there, AI there, AI there, AI this, AI that, right? But Africa is not left behind. As an African, I think we're even doing more. When I look at the things they've done in the banking industry in Nigeria and maybe Ghana, of course, looking at the Nigerian banks in these situations, they've gone far ahead more than the counterparts in the EMEA region, in the European, region. And I say it all the time that it's not because of anything else, but the talent that we have in that space. So I'm going to go through some stats here that was gotten online, and then we're talking about the 1.4 billion population by 2030. I say it again. Africa will be the most populous continent on earth. And what we see is talent. What we hear is the power, right? So please forget all of the things going on with the governance and everything. That will still have something to play. But look at what we are in 2026. And we're saying by 2030, we're going to have 1.4 billion people, like a population. I don't even know what it is now, but this is what we have in the entire population census database, right? And what we also hear is that 60% of Africa is younger than 25. We're saying that you are the president of this continent right now. Today, you're in this meeting. You are that part of that target for Africa's digital economy, which is $180 billion. This money is going to someone. Why not people at the Transformation College? Why not people in this room at this moment? What is that change that you're thinking about? We're seeing 3 times faster internet growth than global average. Yes, there's going to be power. The internet is going to get better. The question is not whether Africa will rise. The question is, will you be a part of that rise? Would you let the current situation of the country limit you? Would you allow your environment limit you? What is the game changer for you? So when you hear AI and the future of work, I want us to do this quickly. Now, like I said, all my polls are nothing to think through for a long time. Now, let's type true or false for number 1. So I'm going to go very fast. Number 1, AI will take all jobs in the next 10 years. You won't believe we're training a group of bankers. And in that meeting, one of the directors was like, oh, Nika, you guys, you're just talking about AI. We hear AI is going to take everybody's jobs. I was shocked. That's my English for today. I was like, what? So true or false, quickly, true, false, would AI take all jobs in the next 10 years? Number two, so maybe just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and put true, false, and then I'll probably stop sharing my screen and come over to the chat box so that I can run through this myself. You need to know how to code to use AI tools. True or false? AI cannot be creative, only humans can create. True or false? Students who learn AI today will earn more in 5 years. True or false? Africa is too far behind to compete in AI. True or false? Top 5 questions. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I really want to see my chat room. So, or Edith, can you just look through the chat for me? Or Boomer? Guys, this is interactive. I'm not lecturing. I just want to say the facts out there. Let us reason together. Let's talk through together. This particular slide, I want to hear from you. True, false, true, false, true, false. Do we have comments in the chat room? Okay, now I'm forced to go out from my here, back to here. Yeah. So I see false, 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 true, false, 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 true, false, yes, false, true, yes, 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 yeah. All, and like I say all the time, there's no correct or wrong answer. But number one, false. AI is not going to take all the jobs. AI changes jobs. It doesn't eliminate all. New roles are being created. New roles are being created. So are you positioned for those new roles? You need to know how to go to use AI tools. False. How many of us here has used ChatGPT, Cloud, Canva AI, Notion AI, or whatever it is for any of us? We used AI tool before, right? That is also false. You don't need to know how to code nothing for you to be able to use AI. AI cannot be creative. Only humans can create. AI can actually generate creative content, but then it needs human intentions and emotions to bring those content to life. For the marketing person, it needs your gene, it needs your nuance, it needs your localization, it needs your prompt to be able to be creative. So in essence, they're always saying that, this particular number 3 is a very debatable scenario, right? AI is creative, but it needs that human interaction in the creativity. Students who learn AI today will earn more in the 5. Absolutely correct. True. The World Economic Forum data supports this number 4 strongly. Africa has unique advantages, young population, leapfrog tech, mobile first organizations. We have a lot of them in Africa, generally Nigeria at the moment. So this leads us to our next AI reality check. And of course, if you look at some of the answers we've given also, you would understand that what AI is doing, automating repetitive tasks, generating text, images, code, analyzing data in seconds, translating 100+ languages, diagnosing diseases faster, personalizing learning at scale. What AI cannot do, it cannot replace human empathy. It cannot make ethical decisions for us. And that is why we tell you, even as you use AI, be careful the kind of data you feed AI, because when you feed AI your personal data, guess what? It's going to expose it to the next person that comes online to look for you. So in some of the trainings we're delivering on AI, we're saying that what you can do, what you cannot do with AI. One of them is do not paste personal data in any AI chat or tool. AI cannot understand cultural depth. I talked about nuances earlier for the marketing people, for the teachers. It cannot localize your training except you put your input into your AI prompt. AI cannot build real trust and relationships. So my children are saying, hey Siri, can you tell me about me? Siri goes, I don't know you. I only know about what you ask me every day. And I know that you like to be witty. I know you like to ask questions around the general world and Africa songs. And that's the thing. AI would only build what is being imputed into AI about you. So if you put your CV on AI, if you put it on and tell me, can you tell me about me from information that I've been doing on this chat AI platform for the last 3 months? And that's some of the exercise we ask people to do, right? Go if you're using Cloud, if you're using ChatGPT, describe me in 2 sentences based on all of the stuff I have asked over the couple of months. You'll be shocked at what AI is telling you. Does that mean that is you? No, that is the version of you that AI knows. So it can never build real trust and relationships. AI can have purpose or values. It does what we call that learning, machine learning, whereby it learns every day as you put more stuff on it. And that's the purpose and the value that it's got. But we as individuals have purpose, we have value, we have everything. Right? Your power move: use AI as your co-worker. Develop irreplaceable soft skills. Lead AI projects confidently. 10x your productivity today with AI when you use AI. Ask better questions than AI. Bring African context to it. That is your own power move. The most dangerous thing you can do right now is to wait. So in the comment section again, can we drop one way that we want to use AI going forward? Or would I say today, for people that have never used any chat tool before, at least one that I know you can use is ChatGPT, another is Claude, another one is Gemini, another one is even your Copilot for people that have Microsoft licenses, right? And then I think another one is the one that comes with the browser, Copilot also that comes with your browser. And then whilst we're on also, I want Boma or Edith or Blessing Kingsley, to do something for me. Ask ChatGPT or Claude a question right now. What are the top 3 businesses for young Africans in 2026 using AI? I want us to read out the response, please. So what are the top 3 business opportunities for young Africans in 2026 using AI? Tell me the response. What are the top 3 business opportunities? You can also do it on your own, also wherever you are, on your computer, on your phone, if you have ChatGPT mobile version. Top 3 business opportunities for young Africans in 2026 using AI. Do we have a response?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please read it out.
Oh, yeah. The first one is AI-powered digital marketing and content automation.
Okay.
The second one is AI education and training business.
Okay. And the third one?
And the third one is AI automation for businesses.
All right. Then for all of us and what we do we see ourselves in any of these 3 jobs? But hold it right there. Boma, this is Boma, right? Add one thing. Add your country that you live in, Nigeria. Add also that, your current job role, this is what you're doing currently. Add your relationship and then let it ask again. Then tell him to review this answer based on the fact that you're based in Nigeria. You are a marketer, you are this is what your vision is for the next 5 years. Just add anything out of context for yourself. And then let's read the answer while I go to my last word before I move on to the next slide. Yeah. AI gives you the tools, but what determines whether you use these tools is one thing. And we're going to talk about that in the next slide, right? So, Boma, do you have the answer? Did anything change?
Yes, but not really. Okay, let's go. The first one is AI training plus certification business. So, I have an issue with my particular AI. So I
Because you do
told it,
certification, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
based
what I
on,
want us to bring out. So go ahead.
yeah, the second one is AI powered marketing for schools and SMEs.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
like a show engine.
Yeah.
And then the third one is AI content plus media engine.
All right then. Boma, so there's a difference. The first one was very generic. It talked about education. It talked about this. It talked about that. But then your next prompt is telling you and certification, because this is something that is missing, right? It talks about it's more detailed. And that's what I'm trying to say, that once AI picks up, when you use AI, don't use it for like a group or general knowledge. Use AI for your specific role, and that's what it's done for you now. So if you Boma, they're telling you come up with the content for the next 1 year for us to do, are we still going to be doing business analysis? You're like, no, let's talk about AI certification and all of those things in marketing. Then it begins to change your also the structure of your course content for the future for your academy. Yeah. And that's what we're saying, that you can use AI and you can also do what you need to do. And this leads us to the fact that let's talk about the entrepreneurial mind. And one thing we see is that your mindset determines your future. I spoke about my story earlier of how, I was, right from the university, my last paper, and I was getting that job. And I didn't go there dressed as my issue. I didn't go there dressed like I've not finished school, right? They actually broke a lot of laws to get me employed. There was no NYSC certificate. So they used to think I was related to the chairman or the MD, but I didn't know her. But because my mindset was ready for the role. And then it talks about 4 key mindsets for any entrepreneur. One is the ability to embrace problems. I saw some guy online, was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago? And he was speaking to about how he's making money even with the current Nigerian condition, right? How are problems becoming opportunities for you? Do you see every problem as a complaint, or you see every complaint as a business idea? Look around your community right now. What frustrates people? Yes, slow internet, bad transport, no food, unreliable power. We talked about this. Every single frustration is a business waiting for somebody to be built. Paystack started something. Jumia started because shopping was inconvenient. Do you know how many commercial shopping, whatever that we have now that is online? Timo is in Nigeria. Why? Because they saw the opportunity. Meanwhile, we have Nigerian businesses complaining about their online businesses. Why? They've not done the right, they've not embraced the problems and see how they can resolve some of the issues that are stopping them. Why would Timu come to Nigeria when people are complaining of delivery, returns, and everything? Because they've tried the business model elsewhere. It's worked, they've brought it to Nigeria. Fingers crossed that they don't run off maybe after so much debt and everything, but they've also got a way to protect themselves. They've got insurance. So the number 2 mindset is looking at never stop learning. I heard somebody say that I'm here to learn and to relearn. Absolutely, that is the most valuable asset. Protect and feed it daily. When you hear about anything, make sure you are there. You're learning. As in, I go into a lot of strategy sessions all the time, not to speak my mind, but to also take and learn. Take feedback, learn. Learning is a continuous process. I say it all the time. You learn every day as you go. Take calculated risk, right? I'm not saying go and put your last 100K in one business, so right? Because we understand that you have to feed tomorrow. But that's why it's called calculated risk, not a reckless one. A reckless risk is you leave your job with no plan. AI is the future. Come on. Please. Or you see everybody doing content creation. I want to be a content creator. My job is limiting me. No. Please, when you come back from work, put up your camera and everything and build your content. Make sure that you're testing that business idea first before you quit your job, and then you move on. Yes, I've had to quit some job to move on sometimes, but like I said, make sure it's calculated risk. Why are you going to school? Are you going to better yourself? Are you going to do anything, outside of what you're doing right now? The last bit is resilience. I need you to hear this. You will fail, not might. Some people have it all. I say it all the time. I look back and I say, thank you, God, for how far you brought me. But do I think of some of the decisions I've made? Do I think, maybe I shouldn't have done it? Yes. Do I even cry some days, even in the UK, and like, if I was in Nigeria, I would be like on commercials, lead or commercial, something, running one business, driver and everything. Yes, I do. But let me tell you, failure is not fatal. It's courage that counts. Keep going. I put on my DP yesterday that water always runs forward. Keep going. Being resilient means, what are you doing next? Failure is a part of every of our success. It is a part of the path to our success. I don't know if you got it. So path is P-A-R-T and the path is P-A-T-H. Our mindset unlocks doors, but then you need practical skills. What will make you extraordinary in any room you walk into? I talked about my shoes looking good. In that interview, there were people that have experience. They didn't get the job, but because I'd read about that woman and I know she's keen on how you look. I don't know anybody in that organization. Honestly, that was the first time I even heard of SPG. I just applied online and, the way you dress is very important. It actually attracts the right, the way you dress makes you stand up even in a room. And then I've talked about, interactive skills as part of your entrepreneurial, whatever. This is 5 critical ones. I'm just going to be very quick. Editor, I don't know, please keep me honest on time so that I want you to be honest with yourself. For each skill here, and you don't have to write it in the chat box. I don't want anybody to. Which is the most important skill for you? This is a self-audit on our skill set, right? Communication, write clearly, speak confidently, listen actively. Critical thinking, questions, assumptions, analyze deeply, decide wisely. As part of some of the courses I've done in my master's program, there was all our responses had to have a part of critical thinking in it. And then I say to people all the time, when you go through university in Nigeria, you answer all the questions, nobody's looking at it critically. So for every, we had a class that was called critical thinking class. And trust me, it was not easy. It made me start to question all of my over 10 years experience of sales. Why? Because I'm like, wow, I can't feel this thing. Because in class, they will call me, Mrs. O. I'm like, no, please, you people, critical think yourself. I'm just in this class to learn, right? The other part is digital and AI literacy. Own the tools of your era. Don't be those people that say, AI is just a facade. I'm not interested. No. I tell my son, he keeps saying he wants to be an entrepreneur, and I'm like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. I'm scared for your future, right? But when I look at him, he's using all the tools well. He's, putting on video. I tell him sometimes, Nathan, help me quickly edit this video and these photos. I want to use it for something. He's building that literacy needs for his future. Digital and AI literacy is very key. I have someone that, she was going to go for an interview and they were asking if she had a computer. And she said no. And she didn't get that job. It was a remote role. She was using her phone. And I said to her, what would it cost you to get a computer? If you go to any of our aunts and uncles, would they not give you a computer to use? You lost a job that would open up opportunities for you because you don't have a computer. How much would it cost you? And I see you posting every day you're going to eat in one restaurant, you're doing the big girl life in Nigeria. Own the tools of your era. Don't be ignorant of things that are going on. When I go into a meeting, I hear new stuff. I take notes. I started using Cloud 2 months ago, and I think it's been around for a while. Why? My colleague, when we do documents, she comes back and is looking, and I'm like, hey, what are you using? This is not ChatGPT again. Because after I use ChatGPT and I go to Canva, customize it on, she's like, oh, I've left you. I'm like, tell me the secret. And I started taking my time to learn and to relearn and to understand it, go online, what's going on with this technology. I've got 2 kids. I'm very active. I've got 2 jobs. I've got my other business I do over the weekend. But then I am owning the digital and AI literacy space. I'm understanding what will keep me ahead in the future. Emotional intelligence. People follow leaders who understand people first. Research consistently shows EQ predicts career success more than IQ. Every job you do involves people. So I keep referring to my son here because I tell him all the time, he's not a people's person. I'm like, I know that maybe as an entrepreneur, maybe this age, you don't even need to see the person you're selling to, right? Everybody's online. But I'm like, it's a critical part to be able to manage the person you're working with. You cannot manage your emotions. You cannot understand others. The most important of all of these 5 is you. You are your most important project. Build yourself. When they tell you to go for one course, you're complaining. I see how much they're charging for training, and I'm laughing. $7. You go and buy bread. Bread is even more than $7 now in Nigeria. And you cannot invest that to learn a business analyst course. This course will cost you over £1,000 in other countries. And I've said a lot, right? How are you challenging yourself? I've said it, go on ChatGPT, Google yourself, what comes up? What do you want to come up? Yes, and that's the next task for us, right? So when you Google yourself or you go on Cloud or ChatGPT and say, talk about me, put your name, and of course, maybe make sure that, there's a lot of Adenike, Adenike, or Omojokun, as the case may be. Make sure you're talking about yourself. What do you want people to read about you? Your LinkedIn profile, your social media profile. Are you just resharing for context purposes? I want to be there. Or you resharing things that resonates with where you want to go to in the future? How do you show up in meetings? Are you late? Are you early? Are you ready? That is your brand. Whether you manage it or not is on you. No prayers can change your brand. But when you have your brand and then you pray, guess what? I say to people, you are I don't know how to say the sky is your limit. Well, you are unstoppable. These 6 things here are just, some things that usually I tell myself, that your network is your net worth. We hear that and we all say, very good at this saying, right? The opportunity that changed my career was sitting on that table in that restaurant, going from Lekki to Yaba to meet with Orlando. I was late and I kept consistently telling him I was going to be running late. He was asking me, how much you want to be paid? I gave him a figure, like based on where I'm coming from, and the fact that I had a car, and then I'll be coming from Lekki to Yaba. Of course, I had options to stay in Surulere, but I just wanted to brand myself well, like I'm executive assistant, but with levels, right? But I would have missed that thing. My friend, till today, I say to her, so when she goes, Anika, I need something, I'll be like, you know what? I'm paying you for introducing me to Orlando over 15 years ago. Don't pay back that. Hey, I thank God for Orlando. We still chat. Yesterday, we still had a conversation. I'm like, I'm doing something for Orlando. She's like, oh God, I'm like, BC, I thank you every time. Let people talk about you in rooms you're not in positively. Are those the kind of people you're keeping by your side? What has failure taught you? Don't sit in the failure. Don't sit in your economy. Don't sit in the setback. Move. You know, when I look at social media, sometimes I told my sister the other, I'm like, babe, you see that there's something I'm doing wrong? See all these small girls with all their Benz, new Benz, be like, oh, cash, all paid cash. And I'm like, she's like, some of them are renters. So don't let social media deceive you. Don't make you look like you're not where you're supposed to be. They're all struggling behind the scenes. Comparison is the thief of joy. Run your race. Forget all the reels that we see out there. I know it's distracting, but focus on, I keep saying it, you are your greatest investment. Every hour scrolling without a purpose on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying be intentional. Find a mentor that changes everything for you. Be humble enough to learn and bold enough to eventually lead. When I came into the UK from Nigeria, there was a company I worked in. The MD is South African. And immediately I walked into that meeting, I said to her that I want you to be my mentor. Why? Because she's sitting in that position where I know that the next 5 years, I want to be a managing director in an organization that's filled with white people. We have our quarterly meeting every quarter just to say, Nika, where are you? What is driving you towards where you want to go to? Right? And I'm learning from her. She's learning from me. She's giving me books. Read these books. I just read this book. I went to this clinical. Come for this program. Come for this. Come for that. And then they think above everything else, your health. I know that I'm not the right person to say it because I don't have enough sleep and everybody complains around me, right? But your body and mind are your only lifelong tools. Protect them fiercely. Legacy is not what you leave for people, though, because even me, I'm always asking for inheritance. Where is the inheritance from my father and mother, right? It's what you leave in them. There's something Orlando left in me, and I say it all the time. It's the fact that there's no room, Nika, that you cannot go into. And there's no door you cannot open. We are in the lift. Maybe we're going up to Dangote for a meeting and we meet the executive director. Orlando hits up a conversation in that lift. And it gets you talking and it gets you moving, right? I say it all the time. The things that he has given me as an individual is more than the job that I did or worked with him. So I say to you, wherever you find yourself, right? How are you building your future? What are you living with people? Are you also part of people that complain every time? I'll give us 2 minutes to go on. Look at this purpose, people, and persistence. Write something in the comment section. Think about the most important thing for you. Why do you get out of bed in the morning? What would you do even if you weren't paid for it? Please give me a second while we do that. All right, sorry everyone. So what are we living in people? What would you do if you weren't paid for it, right? I've done some jobs that they tell me, Onika, I'm not paying. I'm like, that's fine. Let me just do it for you. Why? Because I'm learning. Just know why you exist. If you don't know it, speak to people until you find it. Lift as you climb. The quality of your relationship determines the quality of your legacy. True leaders make others greater. They don't put you down. It doesn't have to be a big, dramatic moment. Small choices, boring choices. Using my 1 hour lunch break to be in this meeting when it's inconvenient, doing good work when no one is watching. That is the reality check for being persistent. Showing up, especially when legacy is built in that quiet moments of discipline, those quiet things that we do. And today, I want us to do something because, of course, the topic is around building your legacy AI entrepreneurship, right? Install one AI tool if you haven't. Connect with one person from this session on LinkedIn. Write your legacy statement in a journal, a note app, whatever it is. I always have a note every year that I write for myself on my notes, and sometimes I go back to it. I see people online, and then I'm like, oh, I like this person. Let me follow them. Not because of anything, because my son is a teenager and we're going through that teenage years. And I'm like, I play for him all the time, consistently, so that he understands that mom is just not the only one saying it. What are those extra voices you hear in your daily go? Is it all Messi Aigbe or movies? You need to begin to change your purpose, right? This week also. Today, we've started today, this week, this month, every Toboma, I want you to share this particular personal commitment plan with everybody after the session, right? Even if you don't share the entire slide, right? Complete one shot certification is free on LinkedIn Learning and Coursera. Start your side project or business idea. Write something down. Set specific goals. Update your LinkedIn with strategic technology student or strategic technology accountant, AI. So, say something about yourself that you're working towards. And like I said, this is my most important slide for this section. The greatest contribution you can make to the world is to grow yourself into the best version of who you were created to be. My Yahoo sign off for my email, and I've had it for the past 10, 15 years, is be kind to one another. And that was from listening to Ellen DeGeneres. Everybody says stuff about her. But kindness goes a long way also when you're building legacy. Some people say, Onika, your mom was kind to people. She's paid it forward. And that's why you guys are living the lives you have. I'm like, I'm not living the life I want to live yet. But I'm grateful to God for where I am. You guys in this room, go build, go lead, leave a legacy. You are the leader Africa has been waiting for. And I'm not saying this just because we're on this call, but when I see intentional people that attend sessions like this, I know that you're looking out for yourself. That's the first step to build yourself. Nobody will do it for you. Let's become great leaders. Let's leave a legacy. And I would ask questions and whatever. Now, so I can take the slide off, right? I can stop sharing my screen. I'll take questions. I don't know what I'm doing again now, so I'll stop share. Oh, I finally saw my screen now. Oh, okay, it's edit. So please drop your questions in the chat box, and I'll be happy to take questions. Some of the decisions I've made, some of the decisions I didn't make, some of my regrets, some of those things. But it's been an amazing 1 hour. I hope I didn't go far behind the time. You guys, today, let's go build and leave a legacy for ourselves.
You were right on time.
That's good. That's good. It's been a pleasure, guys. Questions? I see anything in the chat box? Thank you. You use simple words to reach my mind. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let us not be distracted. There's a lot going on in the world. And I say nobody has it easy, honestly. Nobody has it easy. Let us just keep sleeping, waking up, and knowing that I am building a legacy. I'm building towards my future. I'm being the best of myself. And that's the only way to never look at where you're coming from. Look at where you're going to. Remember my words, water never looks back. It keeps going forward. So if you see any kind of water disaster also, is crazy. Because water is, when I look at the Indian movies or Chinese movies, because I watch them a lot, because I like the way that they do their stuff, I'm like, they drink water a lot, and you see that they're healthy. If somebody has a headache, they bring water. If somebody is sick, they bring water. If you fall down, they bring water. So in essence, it's like water is life, right? So if you can look at water and how water is valuable, and water can also destroy, right? It can destroy a whole city. And we can relate that to the Bible, right? Let us just be unstoppable. Let us be the best that we can be. And I'm happy. Thank you so much for having me. I don't see any question in the chat box, but if anything comes up, You have my WhatsApp, you have my LinkedIn, just send it to me. And you guys are doing a lot. You guys are like, every time I see your post transformation, I'm like, I've always told, so I'll say Dr. Orlando now and then that, you must start an institute because it sees you and it discovers the best in you. You have not seen anybody that's gone through G4V that didn't have the same impact. It had the same impact on all of us. It's easy to say it had impact on one person. No, we're over 100. If you see the 100 guys and ladies, because they're all ladies now, wherever we are, we all have the same story. So, and that is him building his legacy. We are his legacy. We are also building our own legacy. It's funny,
Right.
If somebody else comes in tomorrow, you probably think, oh, the same story this Madam Nika said or Nika said, right? Because it leaves a legacy in you. And he keeps saying, you guys pay it forward. Another can pick you from the street and you will become a managing director of a company by the time it's done with you.
All right. That's true. That's true.
So I give it up now because you saw it too. All right, then.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much, Madam Adenike. I mean, aside your slides, I was listening to you and I was writing down, right? Key or punchlines that I believe everyone would really also have written down one or two things. And some of the things that I had written, I had about 11 of them here. So I'll just go through like a recap from my end, what I've written from your speech. And encouragement and mentorship. Today, first, I have here that failure is part of our success. So when we fail, it's not bad to start again. It is part of our success, and we should keep going. Never give up. We have to be resilient. And then you also mentioned that the way you dress is very important, right? You also said that digital and AI literacy is key, and we should own the tools of our
100%.
era, and we shouldn't just be left behind. You also said that comparison is a thief of time, and we should run our race and not compare with others. You also said that we should find a mentor that will change everything for us and will push us to keep moving ahead. You also said we should take care of our health. Very important, right? You said we should never stop learning. We should take calculated risks, not just any kind of risk, but calculated risks. And you also mentioned that time is not renewable and we should not just scroll aimlessly on social media. We should be intentional. So I have these 11 pointers written out, and I believe that others also had written down and taken home very vital points. So I appreciate you. It's been a wonderful time listening to you mentor us this morning. I had expected to have questions from people, I mean, especially with your career or your business, how you could probably, areas that concerns you that you would like Mrs. Adenike to, throw more lights on or, say one or two things. So, but I think we can allow people to unmute. I think we can allow people to unmute. So if anyone wants to ask a question, he or she can unmute and ask his or her question. All right. Have we given them that access? So if you want to unmute to ask a question, please do so. We still have a few more minutes before we call it a day. So please feel free to unmute. Just put up your hand and then we can call you to unmute. So we just do that in a few seconds. Anyone wants to ask a question? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 10 seconds. All right, so I guess we don't have questions, and I think, I mean, you spoke so in a way that everybody understood, language that we understood, and it was very easy for us to, flow with you. So thank you very much for
So,
mentoring us today. And so you've talked a lot about the impact of Dr. Lando to your life, and luckily he's able to join us on the call. So I
he
am guessing,
did.
Dr. Lando, Dr. Lando, you have one or two things to say before we bring this to a beautiful close.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Edith. Nikki, thank you
My
for this.
reverend.
I trust you very well. This is the third time we're doing this. The first person that did it, I think it was May Day last year or thereabout, was Inkem.
Ah,
Mike, yeah, so
ah,
he did
ah,
this. I'm certain Boma can even share the link again for everybody that is here. So he was the first person who did this for us when we started Mentors Day last year. Then the second person who did it is Tola, who
those are
works
my
for,
people. Share points.
yeah. So Tola did it last year. I think that was on the
Oh,
October 1st last year, which was also a public holiday in Nigeria. So when we
that's
wanted to do the one for this year, I said, okay, that I need females to do it this year, as it is. And of course, you're the first person that came to my mind. And
okay.
that's why we put you in for it. Because of course, maybe next year we're going to start to do people that I'll say I don't know their beginning or their growth,
Mhm.
right? So it's easy for me to go on LinkedIn, pick a client, pick somebody that I've met later in life or something.
Mhm.
But for you or for the people like you, I have seen you grow
Absolutely.
from one to maybe 100, and you're not 100 yet. You will still become with 100 times even bigger than you are today
Amen.
in influence and impact and all that. So it was very strategic for me to have picked you for today, and because I traveled and I'm on the road. So I joined a while ago, and I've enjoyed it myself. We're going to publicize a lot of the great things you have said. In fact, Edith has already captured the top 10 highlights of this, and I'm sure the team is going to do a series on this. We're also going to put this on YouTube so that people can always go back and have a look, and you can always direct people there and things like that. So, Nikki, once again, thank you. Thank you very much. We cannot thank you enough for
Anytime.
taking
Anytime.
out of your very busy schedule to do this for us, to do this for the college and all the participants. We're an NGO. This entity of ours is an NGO, and what we do is just ensure that people get excellent education for free. So once again, thank you
Wow.
for contributing to this. We've been doing a lot of AI courses, a lot of IT courses, all for free as it is. And this is very important to me as a person, and of course to Edith and the great team that has put this together. So once again, a big thank you to you, Nike. We'll all go back to rewatch this entire session that has happened, and I'm certain that when next we call upon you, you'll be happy to oblige us. So once again, thank you very much.
Anytime.
God bless
Anytime.
you. God bless
Anytime.
you. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank you very
welcome.
much, Nike.
Thank
All
you very
right.
much, Orlando. Thank you for the
All right.
opportunity. All right,
All right.
Richard.
Edith, over
All
to you.
right. Okay. Thank you very much, Doc, for stopping by. I mean, you're on the road and you're busy with a lot of things, and you still stopped by to let us hear from you. So thank you very much for that. All right. We've come to the very beautiful end of our mentor day today. And once again, I want us all to put in the chat room either with the emojis or the reaction, a round of applause to appreciate Mrs. Adenike. Please, let's do that in the chat room. I've seen your thank you, but we can do that. We can do more than that, right? So thank you very much, madam. It's a pleasure to have listened to you today. And we would come back. I mean, we are always a twist when it comes to people who are
Anytime.
very impactful. to our success at Transformation College. So thank you very much, and we hope to still hear from you some of the time. So enjoy the rest of your day and stay
Thank you
happy
for
and
the
blessed.
time and all the best. We
You're
are the
welcome,
future.
ma'am.
Let's make use of our let's develop ourselves. Honestly, I say it all the time.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, cheers.
Okay, madam, bye. All right, so before I hand over to my team to do the final announcement, I would still once again want to bring this up again. So if you are on the call and you have someone or you yourself, you have not signed up for our summer program, class is starting tomorrow and it is 100% tuition free. You just have to pay a token of 10,000 Naira registration fee, or call it commitment fee, to be part of this program. It is full packed, and if you're going to check online how much it costs to go through a course on business analysis or project management, or even one ISO certification, you find out that what we are doing here is more of charity, and it is highly valuable. Okay, so feel free. The registration link, I think, is in the chat room. Okay, and share it abroad, share it with everyone who you know would love to go through this program. It's an opportunity, a golden opportunity at that. Okay, and we'll see you in class tomorrow starting from 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time. Okay, so I think at this point I would hand over to the team for further announcements. Mercy or Boma, to you, please.
All right, thank you so much, Madam. Thank you to the anchor of today's session. I really appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, for staying by from the beginning up till now. Okay, so someone asked how I would like to take another course. Okay, so we have a program that is currently ongoing. So I think that's going to be a very good one for you. That's from Prince Alu. Okay, so you can chat us on our official number. It's already in the chat room. All right. Okay, so all I needed to say has already been said by Miss Edith, our programs coordinator. So tomorrow we will be kicking off our summer diploma program, and it will be starting by 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time. And for those of you who are still having issues in paying in your registration fee payment, my manager reached out to some of you. Once we are ready with our Flutterwave payment platform, that is going to be sent out to you all, and it will not be a difficult one for you to make your payment. I believe that has been answered. That's from the person that asked from Malawi. So please just be patient. That is going to be sorted before the end of the month. Thank you so much. So without further announcement, please follow us on all of our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, engage on whatever post we send out there. Thank you so much. And from here, I would say thank you, everyone, and we will see you in tomorrow's class. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and the holiday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.